better be all here, too.
Oh, it's all there. It's all there. You don't gotta count it. What, you don't trust me?
Like, for real? Like, you just paid me to kill your wife.
You act like you weren't going over there to kill Kai anyways.
So what? Like, the money helps me ease my conscience, okay? And, like, the fact of the matter is, like, I'd give you all this shit back if you'd agree to get away with me.
Sin, what we had has been long over, and you know that.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
I paid you because this was business.
So what? Why we can't mix business with pleasure?
Motherfucker who's been off the radar. You's a mad motherfucker who known as a hater. Wrist slash ski going pressure space bar and go and spell out. There's no one that's close to greater. Never been the type to lose, always been known to be about my paper. I'ma ride dirty in them lanes, you can tell by the spurs ain't Jordan every race car. Got him in the front and I keep him in the back. Speakers on bump while I cruise in the lag with a cup full of yak, but I'm still on.
Hey, I'm Anna. I play Isabella on the Lovers and Friends show.
I'm Sin from the Lovers and Friends show.
And today we're responding to some fan questions. First up is Kelly. Where did the name Sin come from? Is that your real name?
Sin. Sin originated from sincere because from a really young age, my father used to tell me I was always a very sincere person. I always spoke what I thought. I didn't really filter it too much. You know, I was very brutally honest, so he used to just call me sincere. It kind of caught on, and then after time, it just cut short to Sin.
Raven wants to know, how did you become a part of the Lovers and Friends cast?
A couple years ago, I actually went to a casting call with a friend that, you know, was on the show, and they actually asked me if I wanted to try out, and I actually didn't. And then ever since I left from there, you know, I kept thinking in my head, I'm like, you know, I really should have went for that, you know, and it just stuck with me. So the next opportunity I had to go to a casting call, I went, and here I am.
Yolanda wants to know, what advice would you give someone that is coming out to their family?
It's always a tough situation, but what I can truly honestly say is definitely be yourself. You know, stand your ground, stay confident, but respectful, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody, you know, thinks the same. So, you know, sometimes when you're confident in yourself and you believe in yourself, others will believe in you as well. You know, some people think sometimes, you know, it's just a phase or a thing to do, but when it's really you inside and it's really who you are, then, you know, you got to stand strong by that, and, you know, people will respect that.
Rosie and Ebony Gay want to know, when you're not acting, what do you like to do in your spare time? What are your plans after this season? And Rosie said she'd definitely like to see more of you.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate all the love, you know. We put a lot of hard work into this. And what do I like to do in my spare time? I definitely like to make money because I love to spend money. I have a fetish for Jordan, so I like to build on my collection as often as I can. I like to play basketball.
Get some tats.
Get tattoos, you know, just kick it with some family and friends, you know, put some food on the grill, have good times. That's really what
life is about.
Yeah, what life is really all about, you know. At the end of the day, memories are all you got, so gotta make the best of them.
Okay, Layla said, after you're done with the Lovers and Friends show, what are the most memorable experiences that have helped your character to evolve into who it is now? What would you change, if any? And how close to your actual personality and life experiences is Sin?
The most memorable, you know, I can honestly say is just meeting all, you know, different kinds of people, you know, from all different places, you know, really coming together and uniting and making something monumental as such something like the Lovers and Friends show. You know, I really, you know, have a lot of good memories and a lot of good experiences with everybody, you know, behind the scenes. We have a lot of fun. You know, we put in a lot of work, but at the same time, we have a lot of fun doing it. So, I can honestly say the same. What is it like? How does my character and my personality?
And You Ain't Ready Radio asked the same question. How are you and your character alike, and how are you different?
Well, how we're alike is definitely loyalty. You know, I stand strong, you know, with loyalty. You know, I like, you know, for everything to be 150. I like honesty, you know, loyalty is really big, you know, for me and for the people I surround myself around. So loyalty is definitely one common thing that I can relate to with my character. What I can't relate to is that's a tough one. I mean, there's a lot of activity that goes on in my character that I don't really believe in. You know, I feel like, you know, there's a fair way to handle things, and as far as all the violence, I'm not really one for violence. I mean, if something has to be done, it is what it is, but I don't really condone it. So, I mean, I feel like word of mouth is pretty much the way to go, you know? There's a solution to everything, so.
Barbie said, how do I get a part of the show?
Well, this is the last season, so, I mean, it's pretty tough. I mean, it's the last season, so we're pretty much calling it a wrap soon. But definitely stay tuned, because, you know, there's going to be a lot more things, you know, evolving from this. So definitely just stay tuned. And, you know, whenever there's an opportunity, you got to go for it. So
Erica said...
and definitely check into the website, www.theloversandfriendshow.com. They'll give you the scoop on everything, give you the whole rundown, keep track, and you'll find all the info there.
Erica said, you are a great addition to the cast of LNF. What do you like most about being on the show?
Well, thank you, Erica. I appreciate that. What do I like most being on the show? I mean, like I said, I mean, it's a great cast, great people, behind the scenes, on the scenes, all around. You know, it's a lot of great people in one, you know, uniting to do something great. So, I mean, we have a lot of fun. We definitely have a lot of fun on the Lovers and Friends show. So, you know, we get to travel, we get to, you know, go to different venues and different events and meet new people, the fans, you know, behind the scenes, everything. So, I mean, it's all around a really great experience. I wouldn't give it up for the world.
Anady says, you're so sexy. Well,
thank you.
Well, let me get straight to the point. How has your experience been, and would you consider dating a 20-year-old? Well, you basically just answered the other question. So would you consider dating a 20-year-old?
Considering that I'm far from 20, I know I don't look it, but I mean, it depends how good you look. No, I'm just playing. I mean, it is kind of young for my taste, you know, but I mean, hey, but everybody's their own individual, you know. I don't discriminate on age, gender, size.
Which brings us to our next question. Do you and that girl from Is She Really Going Out With Him still date? You two are cute. Hi.
What more can I say? You know, good things last long, so.
And Anonymous wants to know, are you really a jerk? Because I seen the MTV show and you were mean.
Nah, I'm not that bad. I mean, it definitely was, how can I say? I definitely had to push the character in Is She Really Going Out With Him? I mean, that was the basis of the show for me to be a jerk. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't think I'm a jerk. I mean, you can ask her, am I a jerk?
She has her good and bad days.
I mean, everybody does.
Everybody.
That's what I'm saying, everybody. I mean, if you make me a jerk, I mean, I definitely have potential to be, you know, but otherwise, I mean, I'm an easygoing person, you know. I just like to laugh and have fun and chill. So, I mean, don't make me that way and I won't be that way. Basically, I mean, if you're a jerk for no reason, then you just, you know, that's a whole nother story. So, I'd have to say no to that one.
Anonymous asked, I'm new to the open LGBT family, and I gotta admit I fought hard to hide. Now that I'm out, I feel whole. Can't figure out why I waited so long to tell my folks. Would you share your coming out story with us?
I must admit, I definitely was lucky when it comes to this. You know, I've met a lot of people in life, you know, that maybe their stories weren't as easy as mine, but I definitely was blessed with a family that accepted me. I think before I even really knew, you know, like, I didn't really grow up with my mom too much, but when she was around, you know, she used to always tell me, you know, don't ever be afraid to be who you are, you know, stand strong to who you are, always follow what you believe in. And it always was something that stuck with me, you know, and it was before I even really knew what was going on. I was, you know, really young, you know. It wasn't something I became, it was something that I always was. So, I mean, I always took heed to that and carried that with me. And at a very young age. You know, I never really had an issue being confused. I always knew, you know, who I was and what I stood for. So, I mean, it really wasn't that rough. I had a good family that accepted it and, you know, loved me for me no matter what. And I'm definitely thankful for that, because for those that it isn't that easy, you know, don't let it get you down, because you're going to be judged no matter what. So it's better to be judged for who you are than judged for something that you're not. So definitely stand strong in what you believe, because at the end of the day, you're going to be you no matter what. And everybody else is going to be them. You got to live for you, because you only got one life to live. So live your life respectfully.
Anonymous said, yeah, I saw the MTV show too. Are you and that girl still together? Make it rain, Lady Bag. Make it rain.
That was definitely a great experience too. Had a lot of fun. Shout out to the MTV crew. They were definitely a good time.
So, are we still together?
Of course we're still together.
Bypassing the question.
Nah, of course we're still together. Like I said, good things last long. So, you know, you keep honesty and loyalty, you know, and respect. Communication is key, and any good relationship will work out. You got to make it work. Things don't come easy. So
say that again.
Go through your ups and downs, but you got to stay together, you know.
Raven wants to know, how do you feel doing your first sex scene, and what do you see yourself doing in the future?
I can honestly say that sex scene definitely came easy. It came naturally, you know what I mean? So it was, you know, I felt comfortable, you know. I was a little nervous at first going into it, but, you know, once they said roll, you know, it was a wrap. And what do I see myself doing in the future? More of her. So, I plan to do a lot in the future, you know. This is only the beginning. And, you know, I'm thankful to the cast and crew, the Lovers and Friends show, for giving me this opportunity. And I plan on, you know, doing nothing but rising to the top from here. So, you know, life is a ladder. If you ain't climbing, you ain't doing nothing. So
Kelly said, I think you're a very good actor. How was it like on your first day?
My first day. I can honestly say I definitely was nervous at first, you know, but that's natural. I mean, everybody should be a little nervous at first. So I definitely was a little nervous going into it, but, you know, I had a great, you know, crew around me that made me feel welcome and made me feel comfortable. So, I mean, you definitely get the butterflies. I mean, even now still, you know, years from now, you know, you'll still get that nervous feeling, but, you know, it's fun. It's one of those adrenaline rushes that, you know, you just gotta roll with it. So, I mean, I was definitely a little nervous, but it was a great time, and you get used to it as you go, so.
Little Stud 19 said, can I have your girlfriend? She's too damn sexy, LOL, but I'm a big fan of you.
Well, I appreciate that. She is kind of fun, huh? My motto, you can bag her, you can have her. You know what I'm saying? It's the law that I live by. Other than that, thank you. I appreciate the love. I definitely do, no, honestly. What was the other part?
I'm a big fan of you.
Thank you.
Raven said, how did you get into acting?
I definitely, you know, got involved in all the curricular activities that my high school had to offer. You know, growing up in New York, they had a lot of things going on, and I took advantage of it, you know what I mean, in a positive way. But my main thing that really got me into it was the MTV thing. I was actually just out chilling one day, and the casting producer had came up to us and asked us if we would be interested in it, and I was like, hey, why not, you know what I mean? So we took advantage of that opportunity, and it's been a wrap ever since then. And, you know, I really enjoy it. It's really something that, you know, I feel is a great thing to do, you know, and you can go real far with it. So it's just another stepping stone.
Cat Eyes wants to know, what was your favorite episode to be a part of and why?
Cat Eyes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite episode that I like to be a part of was, I'd have to probably go with the sex scene. I definitely had a lot of fun in that one, you know. I got to share that with her, and it was my first sex scene, so it definitely broke me in a little bit. So stay tuned, there's more to come on that note.
Expressions wants to know, when did you get your first tattoo, and which one means the most to you?
When did I first get my first tattoo? When did I get my first tattoo? I was roughly about, I want to say 17. I waited a little while because, you know, everybody around me was, you know, getting the little homemade tattoos and all that. And I wasn't feeling that. I waited about till I was like around 17. I'm not really sure exactly. And honestly, every single tattoo that I have means something to me. You know, I don't feel like people should be getting tattooed just because it's the thing to do. I feel like it's an expression of who you are, and everything on my body takes me through a journey of where I've been in life. My lion right here, I don't know if y'all can see that, definitely means a lot to me. Down from who did it to the way it's done, it just represents a lot of who I am. My serenity prayer means a lot to me. I feel like it's something that everybody can relate to in day-to-day life, so that definitely means a lot to me as well. Other than that, every single tattoo definitely has a meaning.
Anady said, hello, you're so sexy. Well, let me get straight to the point. How has your experience been on the Lovers and Friends show, and would you consider dating a 20-year-old?
My experience on the Lovers and Friends show, like I said before, has been great. You know, it's been a great experience. Wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. Would I consider dating a 20-year-old? Yeah, that's kind of harsh. I mean, I know I look young, but I'm definitely far from 20. I don't necessarily discriminate depending on your maturity level, but since I am in a committed relationship, I'd have to pass on that, but maybe in the future.
And that concludes the question and answers for Sin.
I do want to thank y'all, each and every one of you, not just for my fans, but for the whole Lovers and Friends fans. Without y'all, we wouldn't be where we are. I definitely appreciate it. Stick with us. We going places. Get in and get left.
Hell yeah.